Okay, today I'm going to start EC2 service, which is nothing but creating an EC2 server. So I'll just try to create some server here today, and please go through these steps. And if you have any doubts, again we'll see tomorrow. Okay, so as soon as you create your account, right? As I said, go to aws.amazon.com/free and come here. After that, come to services. Okay, because I used all the services recently, it is showing here in the left bar, but if you can search here as EC2, then you are getting this console and click on launch instance. Okay, click on launch instance. Then we have something called AMI. Okay, what is an AMI? Means Amazon Machine Image. So today theoretically I wanted to cover regions, availability zones, and AMI. AMI means Amazon Mission Image. Okay, what is a mission image? Means it's an OS. When you're starting any server, right, the first thing you choose on OS. OS is nothing but your operating system. Okay, you purchase your laptop, right? The first thing you choose is your operating system. What kind of operating system you need? Okay, similarly, whether you go for Windows or Linux, you are going to choose that, right? Similarly, here before any launching any server, so server is nothing but again your mission only, right? Oh. So you come to the first step, choose an Amazon mission image, whether it is Amazon Linux AMI or Red Hat server you need Ubuntu server, you need SUSE Linux, you need Windows server, whatever you need DPN server. So based on that you are going to select. Okay, we have something called Amazon Linux. AWS also have their own Linux version which is called as Amazon Linux. So I'm selecting this. Okay, selecting this AMI, and the next step it is asking me to choose an instance type. What type of instance you need to choose? Okay, as I said, right, as I want you to create your AWS account, a free tier account, and once you create, right, you can have the server created for free, which is t2.micro. This server you can create for free, and you can see a label on here. Okay, free tier eligible means only the t2.micro type of server you can use for free. If you are using any other servers apart from this, you will be getting charged. Okay, so I want you to be very clear on that. Okay, so AWS is offering a free account for us, but in that only few services are available for free. Okay, some servers, and in servers we have only t2.micro which is available for free, because we don't need high-end servers. If you need high-end servers, you need to pay, but as a learner we don't need all this. We just need to have this server. So that is what t2.micro is. I'm clicking on that and selecting next. Okay, so here I have come in and it is asking how many number of instances, means how many number of servers I want to create. I'm selecting one. So just do that, and I want you to keep all this as default. Okay, I'll touch up this in the VPC section. Till then you should keep all as it is. Okay, keep all these options as default itself. Okay, then proceed to the storage. Okay, as soon as you create, you take a system, right, you need to have a hard disk as well. You need to have some disk attached, okay, or SSD or whatever. Okay, so as of now we are having all SSD only here. So you need to have an SSD or HDD hard drive to your laptop, right? Similarly for our server, we need to have some storage attached. So that is what we call as a volumes. And by default it is giving us some free 8 GB volume. That is enough for us, because we are not doing anything here, just for demonstration purpose. So this is 8 GB in size, this volume we are attaching. And next I'm proceeding to the add tags. Okay, so here I'm clicking on add tag. Okay, I can give some name to my server. Okay, I'm saying that name my first EC2 instance. Okay, my first EC2 instance. So next comes your security group. Okay, to connect to any server, you need to keep the port 20 to be opened. Okay, but that's the reason they're automatically they're giving this port 22. By default they're opening it, because if you are not opening port 22, you'll not be able to connect to the server. I'll come to the security group again, what are the security groups, but just remember, every EC2 server has a security group, and you can't have a EC2 server without a security group. You should compulsorily have a security group, and in that security group you should open port 22, which is nothing but SSH. SSH port needs to be opened. Okay, because to connect to any server we need to connect through port 22 only. If port 22 is opened, this is closed, we can't have this, we can't have connectivity to the server. Then what is the use if you are not connecting and just creating servers? It doesn't make any sense, right? So that's the reason we are choosing this SSH type. So okay, now it is asking us to review and launch. It means almost we are done. Review and launch. It is asking you, okay, you have choose some configurations, could you please revive once. What I have chosen in AMI? AMI means OS, which is an operating system, Amazon Linux. And what is the instance type I have selected? Okay, it is t2.micro. And the next thing is I have choose a security group. I have kept port 22 open, and if you see instance details and all, I have just kept it default only, right? So just choose one instance and rest of the default. Coming to the storage part, I used an 8 GB storage, which was by default it was 8 GB only. Okay, that is enough for us. And tags, I've given a tag to my EC2 server. Okay, I'll tell why we need to give tags. And so review, we are able to see all this. I'm launching my EC2 instance, and you should create a key pair. Okay, so I can choose existing key pair, but this is the first time I'm creating some new key pair. What's the date today? It's October 26th, right? Okay, I'm creating a key name for based on today's date, and once I download key pair only, I'll be able to click on this launch instance. Okay, if I'm not downloading this, I'll not be able to launch instance. You see this is grayed out as of now. Once I download, it'll be activated. Yeah, now it is activated. Now I can launch my EC2 instance. And the reason I'm downloading this PEM key is I need this key to connect to my EC2 server. So whatever EC2 server I have launched right now, EC2 server. So to connect to that server, I need its IP address. And I need its PEM key as well. Okay, but you are going to use the PEM key when you are going to connect from a Linux machine. Okay, if you are on a Linux machine, you can just take your IP address and take the PEM key and get connected to the EC2 instance. But I am on Windows machine. Okay, as I am on Windows machine, so I'll not be able to use this PEM key. So if I want to connect from a Windows machine to the EC2, I need to convert the .pem to .ppk. That PEM key should be converted to ppk format. In order to do this, I need to have an utility called PuTTY. For connecting from Linux server, I'm telling it again, you don't need anything. You just directly can enter whatever username is there and at the rate IP address of that server. You can mention that, and whatever the PEM key is. Okay, opt 26.pem. You can just type this on your Linux server and it is going to get connected. But since we are on Windows machine, we'll not be able to use this PEM key as the one which I downloaded right now. So I need to convert that PEM to ppk. To convert that, I need a utility called PuTTY. Okay, so I need to download this PuTTY. So I'll download a PuTTY. Once you're downloading PuTTY, you'll get PuTTY and PuTTYzen. So these are the two things you're going to get. I think you're going to get one more as well. I forgot that. Okay, so you're going to get all these two, PuTTY and PuTTYzen. So you're going to use this PuTTYzen to convert to PEM, from PEM to ppk. So I have my PuTTYzen right now. So to download that, you just go to putty.org, download PuTTY, putty.org. You can go there and download that putty, and you can connect. Once you are downloaded, right, if you just type putty zen, you're going to get like this. And okay, you have something called as load. Click on the load, and wherever you have downloaded your PEM key, right, it will be in the download section. And if you're not getting, select all files, then you're going to get it here. So this is my October 26.pem, and click on that, and it is asking, once you have opened that, click on save private key. Then it is asking, are you want to save this key without a passphrase to protect this? Okay, are you sure you want to save this key? Yes, you should say yes. Then it is asking, okay, where do you want to save this PPK key? Okay, I'm saying that I want to save this in desktop. I'm clicking this there. So I have my OCT26 key available now, which is in PPK format. So once I have that, okay, so as I'm on my Windows machine, I have to get the IP address of my EC2 instance. Okay, and that PPK key, I need all this. So PPK key is already got converted. Let me go to my EC2 and check my IP address, whatever I got. Okay, so the reason I have given the tag is you're going to get this first EC2 instance. If I go to the EC2 dashboard, I can see the list of instances here. And if you see, all these are stopped. Okay, these servers are in stopped state. And I can easily identify because I have given some tag, some name, first EC2 instance. Okay, so this is how the reason for giving tags is, when you have a number of instances, it will be easier to identify what is the instance you have launched, and you will be giving names accordingly to this respective servers, so you know what this server is and what kind of application is on this server. Okay, so I'm going to click this server, and if you see here, I am able to see my public IP address. Okay, I'm going to copy this public IP address, and I'm going to use the tool called PuTTY now. Okay, so on my Windows machine, I should open PuTTY. Okay, let me click on PuTTY now. Somewhere just PuTTY. So here is my PuTTY, and the host name I need to give my IP address. Okay, and the SSH I need to select SSH. I need to select authorization in SSH. I should click on auth. After that, if I browse, I should be able to see that PPK key wherever it is. Okay, OCT26.ppk. See, if you see, this is like a desktop like icon with a hat on top of it. Okay, so this is the key I had converted from PEM to PPK. The reason is I'm having a Windows machine. If I want to connect to a Linux server, I need that PEM key to be converted to PPK. Okay, so I'm selecting the key as well. Now if I click on open, so just go to the PuTTY. Again, I'm just telling it. So in the session, if you're going to session, you're going to give your host name, then come to the SSH. In the SSH, if you go on, click on auth, you have something called browse. So because this instance was launched, this is the key that was created with that instance, but it is PEM key, but I can't connect from PEM key. That's the reason I have connected with .ppk. Okay, so I'm clicking on open. So it is asking me, do you want to trust this and proceed ahead? I want to go ahead, and since this is in a Linux AMI, the default root name is EC2-user. Okay, so once it is authenticated, it will be able to connect. Let me maximize this. Change settings, appearance, change. Okay, so I am on my Linux server. Okay, I can switch as a root user for giving sudo su. Okay, so I'll enter some basic Linux commands, date and all. Okay, I'll just clear the screen. So I am on my Linux server. Okay, I'm root as of now. So this is how we connect to the EC2 server. So this is where we are going to learn Linux as well. because we generally use Windows, right? So you can use this, or else not you can have VMware to have an Ubuntu installed on top of it. Okay, so you can have an virtualization VMware or VirtualBox installed on your machine, and you can create a guest operating system. Maybe I'll show that later. If you're having idea on that, you can create that, or else use EC2 machine only. Anyways, this is for free only, right? And one more thing is, this is free. This EC2 instance is free for 750 hours. Okay, this EC2 server is available for 750 hours per month. If you see, right, like if you do 24 into 30 or something, you get 720 hours plus 720 hours, and you're getting 30 hours additional. So one server you're getting 750 hours. If you are going to use two EC2 instances, to EC2 of T2.micro, if you're keeping it up and running, then what happens is it will become 750 by 2. Okay, so you have like some 330 something plus hours. Like if you are using 4, so it becomes you're going to get less hours. Like if you are using like 10 more number of servers, you are going to utilize all the 750 hours by the respective servers. So if you are just keeping it one server running throughout the month, also no issues, you are not getting any charge, because it is going to give you 750 hours per month. But if you are having 3 servers or 4 servers, then all these hours are counted in that servers as well. Okay, so that is all about just reviewing again about AWS. So today we have seen what is a region, and as I said, it's a geographical location, and we have many regions. So like right now, I think I have launched my EC2 server. See, this is the region here. As you can choose the region, North Virginia, and in North, if I want to go to the Mumbai region, I can go to Mumbai. It should be in Asia Pacific only. Okay, in Mumbai region. In Mumbai, I do not have any EC2 servers. We do not have any instances on this region because I didn't create anything here. This is empty now, because I launched my EC2 instance in North Virginia data centers, North Virginia region, and in North Virginia region I have chosen some availability zone, some data center. I can see which availability I have chosen as well. Security, networking. Okay, I have chosen one availability zone, US 1B. Okay, so in North Virginia, one more thing, when I have chosen this diagram, right, I was showing you that North Virginia has the highest availability zones. Like they have like 6 availability zones in North Virginia. Canada Central, it is Ohio, Oregon, North Carolina. Okay, anyways, okay, so availability means data center. So I have chosen one of the availability zone here, US first 1B. So it will be like 6 availability zones, right? So it will be like US East 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, and 1F availability zones. You can choose any of the data center. So if you go to the details section, you can see what is the type of Amazon Linux you have chosen, and what is the launch time for this. Okay, you have launched at particular time, and what is the AMI ID for this, and who is the owner. Okay, for every AWS account which I create, I get an AWS account ID. So this is the account ID which it was got created, and that is what it is showing as a owner. And what is the key pair name it got created. Okay, so any EC2 instance, at the end of review, right, we are going to create a key name, the key pair for the EC2 server. So the name which I have given is October 26. So this can be connected with October 26 key. And networking security, if you see, we have opened port 22. That's the reason we are able to connect. If this is not opened, we will not be able to connect our server. And networking, this VPC concept and all, I'll cover this in VPC concept. And storage we have seen, right? In 8 GB storage was attached to that EC2 instance. And status checks, we have two status checks actually, instance status check and system status check. These are the two status checks that should be passed. So when these two are passed only, it means that the instance is created. Okay, when these two are failing, right, then there is some issue on the AWS side itself. Okay, so that is what this is an interview question as well. What are the two types of status checks that are available? One is system status check and instance status check. So tags, what are the tags I have given? Okay, the name and the value. You are going to mention what is the name. So it cannot be your name only, it can be anything. You can give team, what is the team, to which EC2 server this team belongs to. Okay, you can give all this. Okay, so right now this server is running, and this is the Linux machine which I have got. Okay, I'm going to stop it here for today. So if whoever has not created your AWS accounts, please create today itself again. If we lag, if we don't create again, we lag for a couple of days. So that's the reason, try to have your AWS accounts created. So, and try to do the practical whatever we are doing day by day. Okay. If you have any doubts, please ping me as well. I can respond whenever I'm free. I'll be able to connect. Okay, thank you so much. Have a great day. I'm just stopping the recording.